Good evening. Did you have any trouble finding the place? Were my directions okay? Tonight's film is Manos, The Hands of Fate, a 1966 classic from fertilizer salesman Hal P. Warren. Manos sees the first appearance of Torgo, a curious goat-like hospitality worker. Torgo appears to lack hygiene skills, and were I to meet him in person, I have a feeling he'd pack a stench that could knock a buzzard off a gut wagon, to borrow one of Pop's saltier tropes. Speaking of odor, you know, dear old Dad could get pretty ripe after a day of splitting wood. But let's all watch Manos, The Hands of Fate on the Mystery Science Theater Hour. The master is always here. The master will not like it. Boy, that master's got a lot to learn about the hospitality business, doesn't he? I mean, that is a weird hotel. By the by, Manos is actually Spanish for hands, so today's film is Hands, The Hands of Fate. Isn't that sneaky? Well, until next time, adios, my amigos, and see you at the Casa Bonita for part 2 of Manos. Good day and welcome to the Mystery Science Theater Hour, where even the orchestra is beautiful. I'm so glad you've joined me for the second part of Manos, The Hands of Fate. Here's what happened in part 1. A vacationing family and their poodle Pepe stumble upon a resort owned and operated by Satanists. The concierge, the eccentric but charismatic Mr. Torgo, is their first clue that this ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. When the perky poodle puppy Peppy perishes after unwittingly becoming an animal sacrifice, our happy hubby tries to outwit the master. Now fasten your seatbelts, lock the doors, pass me my big gulp, and hang on for part 2 of the never-ending road trip that is Manos, The Hands of Fate. I hate to say it, but there was one thing about this movie that to me didn't make much sense. That father seemed like an intelligent fellow, but my gosh, he did a terrible job planning that vacation. One hard lesson I've learned is that you've got to plan every step of every day, and that only goes double when you're traveling. It just makes my skin crawl to see a vacation ruined by bad planning. So if you can, join us next time on the Mystery Science Theater Hour, but please be careful.